Here's Marek from Prodio, and today I will tell you about 6 things what could make you angry or upset after implementing production management software. Intro, and here we go. After more than 5 years of selling our production management software all over the world and more than hundreds of successful implementation of our software, we discovered that after 1 month or 3 months after implementation of Prodio, there is very common comments what we get from our clients about what bring or make them very mad, angry, or even we could say pissed off. So what is the most common stuff what they regret or be angry about it? So it's discovering the true norms of making of the products, and how much of product what they are making from years are undercalculated. So the story is very similar in each case. So there was a small company who was very fast developing in the past. So they start making a lot of new products for new clients or the same clients. And in most cases, the calculation was just made in a few seconds. So just the owner of the company just think for 5 seconds, and yeah, it should cost $10 or $100 or $1,000, because it needs just 3 or 4 operations, and it's very easy to calculate. But after the time when the company is developing fast, it appears that in end of each month, the calculation suggests that the profits of companies should be very high. But in the real world, it appears that the company almost reach zero of profits, and the owners are in big shock. But only after implementing production management software as Prodio, when you get the true time of making of that product. So when each worker just use RFID key fob or just pin code to register start of operation and end of the operation and how many pieces he has produced, you see the true norms, and you see that probably more than half of your product is undercalculated, and the second and the rest of the products gives you profits what could bring the cash and to the rest of company, and brings and you based only on that stuff, yeah. So we had so many times stories that after implementing manufacturing software like ours, our clients make very hard decision that they negotiate with their clients the pricing of their products, that they cancel a lot of items what they producing for many years, and after that they with lower amount of production, they reach so bigger profits that they even they can't imagine it, that it's possible. So that was the case number 1. Second things what scares and brings a giant shock to our clients is the amount of overdue orders what they have, and overall the amount of orders. Before implementing manufacturing management software like our, the most of clients' orders are in many spreadsheets, in some kind of accounting software, or even in the handbook of the manager. So they don't see the overall situation of the company, and they don't see the clear list with all ordered items, with the terms, with day what show the deadline of each order, and or the number of days what is overdue. The third thing what makes our clients angry, upset, or even furious is the productivity. I made a whole video about productivity. You could find links somewhere right here. So now I will just give you a summary of that. So what productivity mean? It's the percentages, how many hours what a worker was in company compares to how many hours he worked on machines. So for example, the 50% of productivity mean that for 200 hours what somebody was in a company, only 100 of it was for working and producing. And in many cases, our client just called us or write on the chat that they are very near, the heart attack, because they discover that the productivity is very low. That instead they paid for additional hours, that the workers spend more than 220 hours per month in company. They losing a lot and giant amount of hours what are not productive. So it's very common, and it's really eye-opening, but in the same time they give them a giant motivation and shows them that there is a big opportunity to fight with that, to discover what is the reason why people are unproductive, and they start their journey to make their company more effective. More about this in the video about productivity. The next thing, the fourth one, what makes our client angry or upset after implementing production manufacturing software, is the truth about their employees. In many cases, we have heard stories that our leads, what they was not already our clients, they don't want implement software like Prodio to manage and control production better, because they were scared that their workers, their shop floor workers, will leave company after implementing software what will monitor their work. And they in giant shock that after implementing Prodio, the production workers are more happy, more calm, and they tell their bosses or managers that they don't want to go back to the time when there were no production manufacturing control software. And that is, it's the first shock to our clients. And the second shock, what our clients have after implementing manufacturing control software, is how they are disappointed about some of their workers, especially in those workers what was the big opponents for this kind of changes. And it's very popular that the bigger opponents to manufacturing control software is person who is those shop floor workers what say that after you implement this kind of software, there will be no time to work, but they will only concentrate or just putting some information to the new system. In many cases, and it's almost 50% of those cases, it appears that the bigger opponents was a person who you think are working hardest, but in the real world, when you see the data from your new program, it appears that the people was that are people who only speak a lot about working, but not working hard. That are people who are perfect masters of pretending to be good worker, but in real world, they just being lazy. And there is a case in our history when after implementing Prodio, the whole night shift in company, with also with the manager of production, it was under 30% company in CNC. So the whole new shift just leave company and said that there will be no that they will not working when there is Prodio. But the company owner just have trust in his intuition, and he just leave Prodio for next month. And it appears that the whole night shift in company using the owner machines to produce stuff to their own clients, and they just and after that, when he discovered that, he just fire up those people, and now his company is smaller, but it makes the same amount of production and with a giant improvement in profits. The next thing what could shock you or make you angry after implementing manufacturing control or production management software is fact how is fact that you don't know anything about products what you already produce. In what is very common in small manufacturing companies, that is the fact that manager is pretending to know everything about products what they create. For example, he know every parameters of products. He know how each product should be made on which machine, what is the time of producing stuff. But after implementing the product list, when you just have in your software each product with technical drawings, with, for example, photo, with additional parameters like timing, like temperature, what you use on machines, it appears that in each case it's a huge mess, because it appears that it could be, for example, 5 or maybe not 5, but 3 drawings for the same product, but nobody knows which version is actual. Or there could be totally different parameters in program what the owner or the guys from technology department puts into Prodio, and the totally different parameters is the true ones what the workers are using on machine. So people are shocked, but in the same time that is a great impulse to make it to start bringing the knowledge of company from the production workers from their heads to program, and it's also very positive. And after, for example, 1 year, everything is in the right place, and the same people are going back to us with information that thanks to Prodio and thanks to product list, they cut the introduction of the new production worker, and they cut the number of bad make products into half, or into even it's even even very near zero. And the last things why people are angry or upset after implementing production management software in the companies is the fact that they waiting too long to make it. There is very common story, and we have heard that 10 or maybe hundreds times, that people regret that they wait too long. Now it appears that the software like Prodio is very easy to use. You just need less than 1 day to implement it. It's very cost effective. You could even speak cheap, and you don't need to spend the time on meetings with consultant. It's everything made by yourself or with the help from our customer development department. So they regret that they wait too long, and they see an amount of cash and trouble what could be saved when they will implement Prodio 1 year or 2 years before. So I hope that I could help you open your eyes wider about manufacturing topics and how make your manufacturing company even better. Remember to subscribe, like, or share our materials, and when you want to try Prodio by yourself, and when you want to on your own skin try, if you will be angry about after implementing manufacturing software about the same 6 stuff, you could just try Prodio for free for 14 days. Just go to getprodio.com and click the try button, and our team will help you to implement it. So see you next time in other materials. Bye.